Hey everyone, welcome to another video with Millennials Matter. Today, let's talk about something we often hear thrown around, poor and broke. We tend to use them interchangeably, but they're not the same thing. And understanding the difference, it can change your perspective on everything. And more importantly, give you a roadmap to change. Let's dive in. Be sure to watch until the very end because this can be life-changing. So what's the big deal? Why does it matter if we say broke or poor? Well, it matters because it reflects a mindset, a situation, and even a future. Let's break it down and then, most crucially, talk about getting out. Number 1, broke, the temporary setback and the power of bounce back. Being broke, it's like hitting a speed bump on the highway of life. It's temporary. Imagine you've lost your job, or maybe a big unexpected bill hit you. Your bank account is looking less than stellar. You might be struggling to pay rent. You might be living on ramen. But here's the key. You have the potential to bounce back. You have skills, you have a network, you have the ability to change your situation. Broke is a snapshot in time. It's a temporary imbalance between your income and your expenses. It's fixable. Broke is often a wake-up call. It's a moment where you reevaluate your spending, your career, your habits. It can force you to be resourceful, creative, and resilient. It can be the catalyst for positive change. You know, it's common to have those moments where your wallet feels light. That doesn't define you. It's about recognizing it's a phase and having the tools to move on. How to get out of being broke. Create a budget, track your income and expenses meticulously, cut unnecessary spending, increase income. Look for freelance work, part-time jobs, or side hustles. Leverage your existing skills. Negotiate bills. Contact creditors and utility companies to negotiate payment plans or lower rates. Build an emergency fund. Even a small amount saved each week can make a difference. Invest in skill development. Learn new skills that increase your earning potential. Number 2, poor. The systemic struggle and the weight of limited resources. Being poor, that's a whole different ballgame. It's not just about money, it's about access. Being poor means you're operating within a system that limits your opportunities. It's about a lack of access to quality education, affordable healthcare, nutritious food, and safe housing. It's about the constant stress of not knowing where your next meal is coming from. It's about being trapped in a cycle that's hard to break. It's about the weight of systemic disadvantages. Poverty isn't just about a lack of money. It's about a lack of choice. It's about being forced to make impossible decisions like choosing between rent and medicine. It's about the erosion of hope and the feeling of being trapped. It's important to understand that poverty is more than a number on a bank statement. It is a limitation on life itself. How to get out of being poor. Seek community resources. Utilize local food banks, housing assistance, and job training programs. Focus on education. Pursue educational opportunities to increase your earning potential. Build a support network. Connect with community organizations that offer mentorship and support. Advocate for systemic change. Support policies that address poverty and inequality. Develop essential life skills. Focus on financial literacy, time management, and problem solving. Look for government assistance programs. Research programs that can help with healthcare, housing, and food. Number 3, mindset, the defining factor and the power of belief. Here's where the real difference lies. mindset. Someone who's broke often has a "this too shall pass" attitude. They believe they can change their situation. They're problem solvers. Someone who's poor might feel resigned, defeated, like they're stuck. It's not about blaming anyone. It's about understanding the psychological toll of chronic scarcity. The mind is powerful. Mindset isn't just about positive thinking. It's about agency. It's about believing you have the power to influence your circumstances. It's about seeing possibilities where others see limitations. It's often said that your mindset can change your reality. While not always easy, it is a starting point. How to shift your mindset? Practice gratitude. Focus on what you have, not what you lack. Set achievable goals. Break down large goals into smaller, manageable steps. Seek positive influences. Surround yourself with people who inspire and uplift you. Learn from others. Read biographies and stories of people who have overcome adversity. Focus on solutions. Instead of dwelling on problems, look for solutions. Number 4, time, the ultimate resource and the cost of scarcity. Time is the great equalizer, right? Wrong. When you're broke, you might have to work extra hours, but you still have the potential to invest time in yourself, in your future. When you're poor, time is often a luxury you can't afford. You're working multiple jobs just to survive, leaving no time for education, self-improvement, or long-term planning. Time isn't just about hours in a day. It's about opportunity. It's about having the freedom to invest in your future rather than just surviving the present. Time is something we all have, but how we use it is very different for those in these two situations. How to reclaim your time. Prioritize tasks. Focus on activities that have the highest impact. Delegate or outsource. If possible, delegate tasks to others. Learn time management techniques. Use tools and strategies to maximize your productivity. Say no to unnecessary commitments. Protect your time and energy. Invest in yourself. Dedicate time to learning and personal growth. Number 5, the cycle, breaking the pattern and building a future. Breaking the cycle of poverty isn't easy, but it's possible. It takes more than just individual effort. It takes systemic change, community support, and access to resources. But it also takes a shift in mindset, a belief that things can be different. It's about education, mentorship, and breaking down the barriers that keep people trapped. Breaking the cycle isn't just about escaping poverty. It's about creating a legacy. It's about building a future where your children have more opportunities than you did. We can all be a part of the solution. It is about awareness and action. How to break the cycle. Focus on long-term goals. Create a vision for your future and work towards it. Build generational wealth. Teach your children about financial literacy. Advocate for change. Support policies that address poverty and inequality. Mentor others. Share your experiences and knowledge with those who are struggling. Create a supportive community. Build relationships with people who share your goals. So there you have it. Broke is a setback, poor is a system. Understanding the difference is the first step to change, and knowing how to get out of it is the key to building a better future. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on building a better future.